If ou weer scrolling trouw gegoogle trends this morning, ou mag het have notiset aan name dat seemingly kame out of nowhere. Catharina Harding. 10,000 siarches. No obvious breaking news, no major announcement attached to it, just a sudden spectaat efferyone asking te same gestion, wo is Catharina Harding, and why is se suddenly effery weer? Wel, hier is dit hang. Catharina Harding isn't neef to te publiek eie. Bitte reason ses trending rigit no was efferyting to do witte temming, a geprofiele relationship, and a wafe of renewed curiositeit that tends to follow anione fonete to one of the biggest football stars in the world. So let's break down wo se is, why people are searching, and what's actually going on. Catharina Harding is an Ierse singer, personal stylist, and television personality. If ouder inte ek, ou mag het recognide her from te 2020 season of te voite ek, weer is se competent inder te stage name Cat Cavelli. Se made toe te knockouts inder te mentorship of alle mers, and weile se dint win, se gij net as solid verloving voor haar vocal abiliteit aan stage presense. Bid her sonnetion toe te entertainment world gespak even verter. In 2014, Harding was briefly in a relationship with de actor Jude Law. Te toe had a dochter toegeter, Ada, who was born in 2016. Dat relationship, tou gesoort lefet, plaat het her in te tabloid spotligheid for several years, and sis remained a familiar fase in celebrity circles ever since. More recently, Harding has been in te headlines for her relationship with the Brazilian footballer Jorginho, who currently plays for Arsenal in the Premier League. Te couple met on a dating app, and by 2020, Ty had wel toe met as son naam het Jats. By December 2023, Jorginho propose het, and te couple has since been open about their liefde toegeter, even apparing in te prime video reality series Married to the Game, which gave fans al behind te sien is look at the liefdes of voetballers partners. So if ses been in te publiek eie for years, why is se trending nog? According to the data, te spekke in siarches for Catharina Harding happened on March 22, with no single news event attached. But when I look closer at the timing, there are a 5 possible reasons. First, Married to the Game has been streaming on Prime Video, and viewers have been revisiting the series or discovering it for the first time. In that of, Harding and Jorginho's relationship was featured prominently, and fans have been talking about some of the more candid moments, including of the couple met anti-wedding planning process. There is also been a wave of interest in Jorginho himself. The Arsenal midfielder has been making headlines recently about his plans to transition into coaching after retirement. Whenever a geprofiele atletes carrièrefuture bekom is a topic of discussion, interest in their personal life tends to follow. And Harding, as his fiancée, naturally bekom is part of that conversation. Another factor is the nature of neef's priatsnof. Sometimes a single social media post, a clip reservation from an old interview, or even a viral tweet can send a celebrity's name into trending territory. In Harding's case, it appears to be a combination of streaming viewers discovering Married to the Game and fans of Jorginho digging into his personal life following his recent comments about his career plans. Public reaction to Catharina Harding trending has been a mix of curiosity and familiarity. On social media, manne isers are saring that they remember her from te voite, while others are just no phoneting te dots between her and her geprofiele relationships. Some fans have expressed admiration for Hofses manage to maintain a relatively private life despite being linked to 2 major celebrities. But not all the reaction has been purely nostalgic. Because it is apparent on reality television, there is also been some decision about the authenticity of those songs. In Married to the Game, Harding and Jorginho weer open about their relationship. But some viewers have gesien net whether te presiere of being in the public eie is something they genuinely wanted or something they felt obligated to do as part of being a footballer's partner. That conversation has resurfaced as people revisit the series. There is also been a layer of conversation about the way the media treats women who are connected to famous men. Harding's story is a classic example. Sis a talented singer with her own career, but the headlines often frame her trouge her relationships, first with the Jude Law, no with the Jorginho. Some fans have pointed out that the sudden spike in searches isn't necessarily tied to anything sis doing, but rather to renewed interest in the men's sonnet to that dynamic has sparked a broader decision about how women in the public area are often defined by their partners rather than their own accomplishments. On the other side, there are fans who appreciate that Harding has used platforms like Marie to the game to solve a more authentic side of her life. Inlike some celebrity partners who stay completely out of the spotlight, says choosing to share moments of her family life, her relationship, and her own creative projects. Dat balans between privacy and openness has net her alhoewel verloving. Nou, wat dus al of deze mean? Voor Catharina Harding, trending doesn't necessarily signal a major new announcement. It's more likely a reflection of how the internet works now, via streaming content, celebrity news, and van curiosity vanwege to put someone's name back in the spotlight. Ze hasn't realized new missies recently, and there is no indication of a new television project. Instead, this seems to be a moment weer a populaire rediscovering her story. But it also hegligt something interesting about fame in 2026. How don't have to be actively promoting something to trend. Something is it's the combination of a popular streaming show, a partner's career news, and a little bit of social media momentum that brings a name back into public conversation. Harding's situation is a perfect example of that. It also raises a question about the sustainability of that kind of attention. When so many trends without a clear reason, the spotlight can be fleeting. But for so many like Harding, who has navigated public attention for over a decade, she seems to have found a way to stay relevant without constantly chasing headlines. So where do she go from here? It's hard to say. She's engaged to a professional athlete who's planning for life after football. She has 2 children. She's also a singer with a past on a major talent show. Whether she chooses to return to misses, continue with the television, or step back from the public eye entirely is something only knows. But for now, the internet is serious. And that curiosity has put Catharina Harding's name at the center of a trending moment that gaat everyone off-guard. What do you think? Does the sudden interest in Catharina Harding say more about her, or about how fame works in 2026? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.